How's it going, everybody? It's Tim here, and today I wanted to talk about Alaska seafood processing jobs. Now, a lot of you might have heard that there is good money working up in Alaska at seafood processing plants and also on seafood processing boats. And if you're like me, you start to try to do a little research and you realize that it's pretty hard to find the real seafood processing jobs. There's lots of listings online, lots of websites, but a lot of them just want to explain to you what seafood processing jobs are, but they don't really get you in touch with the places where you can talk to someone about the job or fill out an application, or a lot of them are trying to sell you something, and then when you buy that, they'll tell you what the jobs are. So what I want to do is just kind of do a little brief overview of Alaska seafood processing jobs, and then tell you where you can go to fill out these applications. So brief overview. Excuse me, let me get a little sip of coffee. It's basically how it sounds, seafood processing. Basically, certain types of year, usually between February and July, or there's different type of fish that come in and get caught in Alaska. You've probably seen the shows, Deadliest Catch, all these other, there's a ton of them now. But basically, once the people go out and catch these fish, they bring them in and they get them processed. They cut up, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff to it. And basically, as a seafood processor, you work in one of these places processing fish. The name kind of says it all. But they work really long hours. When the fish start coming in, they got to get processed very quickly. So for most of the people I talk to, it's about a month to 2 months. So usually somewhere around a month and a half of long, hard days. You're working, some of them said 16-hour days, and you pretty much work every day until the season is done. So what I heard on average is about a month and a half, 12 to 16-hour days, 7 days a week. Pretty hard. Averaged around $10 an hour, but you're on overtime after about day 3. So you're typically getting paid about $15 an hour, maybe a little less, for about a month and a half. And some of the other people I talked to said they went home. A friend of mine said she went home $8 grand in her pocket after just like 2 months of work. So the money's really good. It's great for people who might have some time off and want to work, or people who just like to work a little bit and then hang out for a few months before they work again. So yeah, the money's really good, but like I said, the work is very hard. A lot of the recruiters I talked to went out of their way to tell me the work is very hard. You might not want to do this. Are you sure you want to do this? But like I said, the money is great. Now, second part of this video, where to go to find people you can talk to, as well as places you can fill out applications. You could do like I did and set hours and hours and hours online and figured out the places, or you can do this very little step. I'm actually going to go through and set up a page, a little web page. It's free, and I'm just going to list all the genuine Alaska seafood processing jobs I have come across. Now keep in mind, depending on when you watch this video, some of the hiring might be out of season, and so you may have to like save it and bookmark it and come back at a different time of year. But I promise you, all of these will be genuine seafood processing plants and companies. A lot of them you'll recognize the name because they're well-known seafood companies. And a lot, you can either fill out applications. There's people you can call on HR, and I have to say, all the ones I filled out, people called me back. It may take a few months for them to call back or email, but they all call me back. You do simple phone interviews. It's not very hard to get a job in a seafood processing plant because a lot of people don't want to do it. I currently haven't worked in one yet because the offer I decided to take doesn't start until June. So I'm making this video in April. So I haven't currently worked in one, but I will say that, like I said, all the recruiters are very helpful, and all the companies I applied for called me back. So like I said, just follow the link in the description box. It's a little page I'm going to set up, and all these links are genuine, and hopefully within the next few months you can have a job working in Alaska seafood processing. Thanks.